should be. Which is going to be a process, because every mic that I use is a little bit different in terms of its sensitivity, and the one I currently am using is kind of garbage. But hopefully that'll change in the future. Let's see, I need to probably turn down the game's volume just a little bit. And this will be a series of adjustments. But for now, I think having it at about half volume and having me at full volume is good for now. I don't want to overpower the game, but I also don't want the game to overpower me. Sort of a... yeah. Anyway, continuing. I think I've got this set up right. If not, I'm sure people will tell me. Alright. New game. I'll play on normal. Sure. I played Obsidian games before. Bark subtitles. I will leave those on for now since I am moderately hard of hearing. Cinematic subtitles, I think I'm okay there. I don't typically have this on. Okay, I think we're good. Let's continue.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
How is the volume?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from
With respect to my own voice. Can you hear me over the game? Oh, right. Wouldn't be an Obsidian game if I didn't build a character. Let's see, do we want to be strength, dex, intelligence, perception, charm, or temperament? Well, I typically like playing smart, charming people. Let's see,
You've got a once-in-a-generation mind.
Let's see, how many points can I put into
Finally,
things?
Someone I can have a conversation with.
Let's put natural health regeneration. Okay, so that's like constitution. Perception is how well you can shoot things, it looks like. Intelligence, medical science, determination, persuasion, hacking, long guns. Oh, and I'm doing well, to answer your question. Hopefully this goes smoothly enough. I'm running off of a little antenna Wi-Fi thing in my apartment. Let's see, dexterity. Okay, I'm gonna put points in what I like playing, which is smart, charming people. But I would Should also probably put a little bit of an... Well, let's see.
Rather anemic, but at least you'll fit in.
I don't have to be terribly...
Ooh, they must have been feeding you Spacer's Choice rations.
Let's see. What do I want to make my dump stat? So I'd like to put more in...
You could get away with all sorts of illegal activity.
We'll make high charm, good perception,
I
low
bet you could thaw yourself with sheer rage.
low temperament, and we'll put another point in, well, carrying capacities. Knowing these games, I'm going to pick up like a million things, so I should probably put a little bit in strength. Or maybe dexterity. Ah, this is something I could spend so long on, but I won't. So, we'll move on. Ah, skills. Okay. Melee, range, defense, dialogue. Well, dialogue I like putting a bunch of stuff in. Sneak might not hurt. Let's see. Tech. Knowledge of bodies, tools, and the universe. Medical, engineering, and science. Leadership. Companion, health, and their abilities in combat. Well, I like having companion characters. Let's see. How many points do I have? I have 2. So I can put...
Good. I need someone who can smack a little sense into this colony.
I like whoever this is. Is this person pulling me out of a machine? Okay, we'll do... I mean, if I am building my character up as a... What am I building? Charming, smart person? And charm is the highest, so... If I have good charm, I should probably put
You
some
could probably talk your way out of a landing ticket.
dialogue. And then... we'll put another in tech, because he's supposed to be a smart talker.
A fellow tinkerer.
A tinkering talker. We'll see how this goes. I might have built a really weak character and I'll die super fast. But if that's the case, then that is just what I'll have to live with. Aptitude. Beverage service technician, bureaucrat, rank 0. Oh, these are jobs. Sub-sous chef, science assistant, cashier, elevator operations, factory worker, farmer, food additive tester, janitor, toss ball team mascot. Okay, I could be a sports star. Though I think I like the idea of putting some points in science. So let's do science assistant level 0 at class A. You've cleaned out enough test tubes to develop a keen instinct for what goes in them and why. Maybe you didn't get in this business to mop up the leavings of failed experiments, but that's just part of the job. Even if you can't unsee what happens in the lab, you can at least learn from the mistakes and enjoy some colorful nightmares. Yeah.
Class A. Oh, right. Test subject.
Lovely. Okay, I'll be male. And here's the part of the game where I spend about 8 years making a character. Let's see, I want someone I can look at for the entire time I play the game. I wonder why it cycles through 3 times. Are there different levels of dark? I'm sure this is fine. Some wild eye colors in here. Purple's a good color. Good, charming purple color. I should probably not make an ugly character if I've got good charm. That would make no sense. Randomize could probably make some real monsters. I'm just curious. What happens if I randomize a couple times? What creatures can I make? Oh. Yeah, there's some... Oh, oh no. There's some very unique looking specimens in this bunch. Okay, we're gonna go back a little and make this not be a thing that happened. Okay, back to default. And we're gonna go with those purple eyes again. Because purple's my favorite color, so why not? Oh, that's not purple. Where'd the purple eye like to go? Very, very touchy controls. I don't have to hit the button very hard for it to turn him about 90 degrees. I don't see anything happening here. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I don't think I need to do much with these. Oh. Okay. He's a scientist, so he can be a little smaller eyes for better focus. Makes sense in my head. Jaw. Alright. Give him somewhat more rounded features. He's not very strong, right? So give him more soft features. He's not a rugged He-Man. I see nothing happening when I change lip size. Oh yeah, I do. It's very subtle until you go all the way to the end on one side. No, low mouth looks weird. Okay. Not a lot to do with the nose. Honestly, the default it gave me wasn't bad. There's not a lot I feel the need to change. Maybe I can pull the nose in a little bit. He's getting sort of a Peter Pan look. I'm realizing I'm doing that. What does this do? Puff the cheeks out? I don't see anything there. We're going to move on. I do like the wide variety of looks. That's not a bad one. Honestly, all these aren't bad. Even the ones that look like they're designed for female characters. Looks like you can pretty much design whatever you want. I mean, I saw women with beards a little bit ago. Like, full-on big beards. I don't hate the one it gave me. I don't want to be super basic, but it wasn't terrible. See if any of the rest of these strike my attention. We're definitely in the future. We've got wild hair colors. Not too many natural hair colors as well. Pretty good variety. Looks like you can basically do any color. Alright. Let's... see what else they've got for the last few minutes here. He's got purple eyes, so we're going to give him a cool shade of hair. Like a blue, maybe. Bring that back to the other hair that we had before, because I like that one. Oh, this it wouldn't be an Obsidian game without infinite customization. No eyebrows. No, I'm not doing that. I am not going to do that. Have you seen those pictures of, like, all those people without eyebrows? Like, you got famous people, but, like, it takes their eyebrows off. It is, uncanny looking. Oh. Go full, Wild West with him. I heard that this game was similar to, Firefly. I don't remember who told me that. I think I was just having a conversation with my friend today about it, actually. Oh, there's no facial hair, so I don't need to color it. That this game is similar to Firefly in a way, so because of that, I'm sort of expecting like a Wild West style sci-fi, which will be interesting to play through. I'm gonna keep that. Features. Oh. Honestly, not terrible. I could play like that. It's really knocking in the Peter Pan look, though. Oh, I can make him look like a corpse. Beat up and bloodied. This is sort of reminding me of the different elf markings in Dragon Age. I don't remember all the people that worked on this game. I think it's just Obsidian. People that did New Vegas. If I can make that more subtle, it wouldn't be a bad look. Like, tone it down just a tiny bit. Then again, if we're doing blue hair, purple eyes, and blue eyeshadow, then it's very hard to tone that down. Do I do blue eyeshadow or not? I'm thinking I'm going to leave it off. I don't hate that, though. Can I make him super dirty? No. He looks like a wrinkly boy. A really wrinkly 19-year-old. Can I give him any cool scars? No, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it as is. I don't mind this. It's not bad. Cool. What'd I do? I pressed the wrong button. Next. Character name. Tyvek. You know what? No. We'll do Rory. And I took a picture by mistake. Yeah, sure. Can I still adjust these? It's probably too late to do all this. I think I'm good with this. I think I'm done.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Is Rick Sanchez breaking me out?
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump. Shit.
This is already a very pretty game. Hopefully my stream is coming through smoothly.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is
I like this guy.
inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Obsidian with its sense of humor in these games. Remember the hope. Chairman Rockwell raises a glass to our lost brothers and sisters, 60th anniversary of the Hope's disappearance.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Reminds me a bit of the Bioshock Infinite intro, but in reverse. And less horror, obviously. Oh, very pretty.
Ah, you've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot.
Oh, no.
Plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it.
I didn't even know what I was looking at for a second.
No sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Oh, this is lovely.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Let's see, how much exploring does this game involve? Or is it mostly linear? I've heard that it's relatively open world. I mean, I've got a mini-map, and they typically don't give you a compass like this if they don't intend for you to explore. I'm admitting I'm going into this more blindly than I go into most games. All I know about it is that Obsidian made it, and they made New Vegas, and the first two Fallout games. So there's a lot of good other games. I think they may have had a hand in Baldur's Gate, potentially. Although that could be entirely wrong. This is an incredibly pretty game. After playing nothing but old games for a while, playing this is definitely different. Dreno. When sneaking, use tall grass. Okay. What is this? How do I check my inventory? Main quest. Okay. I mean, basically I'm just trying to find... Okay, his ship. Where is the Adreno I just picked up? Armor management. Alright. Well, I'm gonna leave my armor on because I don't want to die. Because I made a weak boy. Who am I sneaking away from? Ah. Timid canid. So these are like dog creatures. Don't see me. Nothing to see here. I would like to not be attacked, please. Because I would not survive. Okay, I'm just gonna run. And hope that this, that did not work. Well, I never put any points into stealth, so I'm not surprised. What?
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
My character's tripping out. Poor Rory. Okay. What? I just shoved that in my face? Oh, it's an inhaler. Alright. Who can I talk?
You, come here.
Hello.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Oh, okay, cool. I have medical.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
How are you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What were you doing out here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I've got a better idea. Give me your gun, and I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare
I don't.
Not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction.
Oh, that's good.
Tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Why are you still advertising?
Nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
I'm off. Alright, so... guns control like how I'd expect them to. Is there a lot of looting in this, or is it mostly... Let's see. I don't think he wants me looting his stuff, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. Tartarus sauce. Lovely. Hi. Taking your shit. I need it. Maybe. I might not need it, but... It's got a cool glowy thing around it, so I'm going to go ahead and just take it until I run out of space. Excuse me, sir. I need all this. I'll come back for you. Maybe. Unless the game doesn't let me. In which case I won't. And I lied. Okay. How do I check my stuff? You can have up to 4 weapons equipped. Inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, break them down as parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. Take care of your T and L weapons and they'll take care of your enemies. Okay, I could have a Spacer's Choice. Right, that's his company, I guess, that he works for? 1, 2. I don't remember what it said about changing weapons. I like the designs. They're sci-fi but old style, which fits what people were telling me about things. It tastes fresh because it was. Dehydrated water tablets. That's bleak. Lockpicks. Okay. Alright. Let's see. How do I change weapons again? Not what I meant to do. Also not what I meant to do. I'll figure it out. I shoot this.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Oh. Tactical time dilation. Oh, I've got magic. Sort of. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meters very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. So, the right... Okay, so I can slow time down by... Alright. It's just like using VATS. Oh, I didn't put any points in guns. Double click the jump button to dodge left, right, or backwards. Whoa, what? How did I... I can just break physics. It's sort of like a double jump. Alright, lockpicking. I do wonder how this game does lockpicking. Okay. I mean, I know how it works in... Oh, you have to have a certain number of things. It's not like skill-based. Unless it is. Still need another one. Oh. Okay. There's one. I think my controller's got a bit of drift. I'll have to see about fixing that. I'm going to run out of weight, probably, at some point. What do you got for me, box? Give me some... What is that? I don't think my character's built for melee damage. Honestly, I don't think my character's built for fighting. Which... Oh, very good. Yes. Walk right into the fire. Okay, maybe I should stealth more and see how that does. No, not what I wanted. And 1. Shit. And 2. And 3. Oh, headshot's not something I'm good at. Oh, die! Die! Oh, that hurt. How many of these do I have? Okay, I've got 8 left. I can see them up there. I should try stealthing more. That might benefit me. But also, I'm a somewhat impatient gamer. And I might not. But I think I'll try stealthing in the next encounter. Just to see how it goes. Is this friendly? I'm not seeing unfriendly symbols. Except for that. Maybe I can shoot him from here. No. I'm not going to risk that. That could go very badly for me.
Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Fair point. Robot? No. Mask.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leash. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
So I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
He'll make it. I helped him with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians.
Jeez.
We'll see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath.
This feels like it must be some sort of capitalist dystopia. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I have her, because she shoots way better than I do. Oh, don't die. I need you. Oh no, he died and lost all his limbs. Just completely fell apart. Well, Madam Mercer, your buddy died.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
I'm glad I came out of a tube, so I don't have to work for whatever company you do. Alright, what can I loot here before I jump into this ship? There's a lot to look at. Maybe I will come back. I can't quite tell if there's more to... well, I don't want to get stuck leaving. Although chances are I'm probably going to have to... Oh. I think I am going to go in here because everything outside of it looks more difficult. Significantly more. Fast travel. Okay. This is fast travel.
Informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Neutrino.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Is that GLaDOS? Sounds exactly like GLaDOS.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
The unreliable.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
Weapon parts. Sawed off shotgun. Oh, I can build shit. Alright, cool. What am I gonna make? Repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, then choose what you want to do with it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. Alright. I don't think I'm going to use too many of these. I think I'm going to use too many of these sabers. Character's not a melee fighter. I'll break these down. Though a shotgun could be quite nice. How damaged is everything? This is damaged. So I need weapon parts to repair. Or I could... what does tinkering do? Like increase damage. Let's see, what can I do with the pistol? Doesn't look like I can do much. So it looks like I can just repair this. And I will repair my pistol. Yeah. I don't have any mods that I can put on. So I'll go ahead and leave it. So now I have a... I need to look at the controls for switching weapons, because I don't know those. Key bindings. Oh, no, controller bindings. So Y is change weapons. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't hurt for me to learn this. How do I equip this shotgun I got? Cool. Alright. What else can I do in this ship? Tossball. That's, not rugby. Can't remember the name of that sport. Used to have it at my high school. I remember thinking that the way you played it looked very... I mean, it looked kind of fun. You just, like, fling a ball at people. Or at the goal, I guess.
Please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
Robot lady, you're lying to me. There's all kinds of cool stuff.
Marauder, please be informed this ship does not possess a working power regulator for you to steal. Please be advised that using the respecification machine will not make you a better person.
Respec spent points and spent skill and perk points. Oh, I see. No, I don't want to. Okay, no, that's expensive. I like the way I built my character. It's a challenge because my character's not good at weapons. So I have to be really good at having companions. Which is a fun way to play.
All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder.
Can get food. Is there any benefit to item repair? Yes. Okay, that's engineering. How does food work in this? I can equip it? Base health plus 25. 20 plus 20% natural health regeneration. Carbohydrates. I don't think I'm going to remember most of this. I think I'm probably just going to use the adrenos most of the time. Unless I see something very useful. And I don't. Not yet. I'll probably learn some of that later. Looks like the game's pretty good at teaching me this stuff. I will take this, though. Take all this food. I mean, the guy's dead. He's not going to use it.
Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder.
I hope Ada sticks around. Ada? I mean, given that it's GLaDOS, I'm sure she will.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Oh, this is her, I'm assuming.
Back away from the navigation console, intruder.
Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I got other stuff to look at. Oh, that was the exit.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really? After I patched up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time.
Ha!
If you're looking to help us out with our Marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater.
That was easy.
Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
I am not done in here yet, though. Got a couple more things to look at. Like this.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence.
Oh no!
Gesture procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2.
That's gonna go real well for you. You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I love this lady. Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Hawthorne's dead. I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, Ada, I got it. Thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. The navigation console is offline at this time.
I've been promoted. Okay, congratulations, you gained enough experience to go up a level. Alright. Alright, so I can level
Done,
myself up.
Captain.
Oh, Auntie Cleo looks lovely. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Okay, so it's not too different from Fallout. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, status effects. Right, what do I want to put something in? Should probably put something in stealth because I am not good at shooting. Actually, I could solve that by putting something in shooting. That wouldn't hurt. I'll put 2 there. That way I'm not so horrible. Dialogue. Put 3. Put another one in tech. And put the rest in leadership. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I'm awful at guns. But that's fine. Because I can just convince people to die for me. As you do. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. Alright. I haven't had the opportunity to try that yet. You've unlocked the dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Combat dialogue. Captain's identification. Given to you by Ada after the unfortunate passing of Alex Hawthorne, this cartridge identifies you as the registered captain of the Unreliable. Alright, so I need to get a new power regulator. Whatever that is. Oh, also need to put some perks in. You get a new perk point to spend on every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the... Oh, perks and flaws. I've played games like that. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. I don't think I want to put any flaws in this early in the game. Handicap myself very early on. Unlock the ability to fast travel when encumbered. I haven't had that problem yet. Negotiator, I get cheaper stuff. Faster walk speed. Companion crit chance. After some unsanctioned adjustments, the workbench's sight alignment tool is much more accurate. Companion crit chance. I'm probably going to have a bunch of companions, so it wouldn't be bad to put something there. Yeah, I'm going to put something there. No. I backed out of it. There. Codex. The holographic... Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Movement, dodging. Okay, I know this stuff. Thirst. Oh, I don't have supernova difficulty. I would be terrible at it because I don't have the memory for it. Fast travel, quick tracking, loot. I think this is probably not too different from what I'm used to. Criminal activities. Combat. Okay, so the codex is a little different from what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be some sort of information about the world in the way that Mass Effect has its codex. But I'm probably going to learn about this world just by being in it. I'm sure there'll be things to read. Which I always like. Oh man, the controls are very, I don't have to push very hard to move things. Otherwise it moves very quickly. Maybe I can adjust that. I think I am going to adjust that because I don't need it to be that sensitive. Controls, mouse sensitivity, controller sensitivity. We're going to lower that a little bit. Aiming was fine. Okay. All right. See how we do.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
I'm glad I'm not you. Oh, the sun's going down. So time actually passes in this game. Probably should have put points in stealth instead. That may have been... I think I'll probably do that next time. Put some points in stealth, that way I can avoid combat when needed. I imagine there's some marauders up here. Definitely looks like a marauder camp. Can I get up close without them seeing me? Oh. Ah, shit. That didn't go terribly. I can see how many viewers I have. I don't see a list of viewers. To answer your question. I know that I have currently one viewer. I don't see names, but I'm also using an app on my phone because I don't have multiple monitors at the moment. A way to look at my list of viewers. See if I can. Should probably save the game. That wouldn't hurt. Idle camera. I don't know what idle camera is. List of viewers. Let's see. Am I able to do that? I mean, I won't be able to look at it really. Twitch stats, possibly? That's just telling me how long my video is, how many views I have total, how many followers. I have one viewer. It's probably near that. Twitch activity feed, possibly? Or just stats? No, that's not. It's definitely not just stats. I can play around with it. Play around with it sometime. Try to figure it out. Edgewater. I do remember... I remember a long time ago seeing ads for this game and them all being very, very colorful. Very cyberpunk. Okay, I don't need to fight everybody, I see. As much as I'm used to doing that in other games, I don't think my character is strong enough for that sort of behavior. Can I put my weapon away? Graves? Vicky O'Neill, epitaph pending calculation. Are there any others of these that I can look at? Knowing this game, there's probably quite a bit of comedy. Just hidden in random places. Samuel Cadden, lifetime net value 6,385 bits. That's, depressing. Assuming bits are like dollars. I would hope that I'd be worth more than that by the time I died. Just $6,000 total.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Who talked to me? One of you?
I could really go for some solitude.
Who did? Oh, you talked to me.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Rory.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure.
Fair.
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
I woke up in a pod. Depends on the work. You offer me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork.
So
Paperwork
capitalist.
means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
You're making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Alright, I'll collect your fees for you. At least to figure out what that means.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over at the
Ludwig.
landing pad.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's a fair question, actually. If he's constantly burying people. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town.
Uh-oh.
It's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
This world is just drowning in paperwork. You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Thanks for your time, strange gravedigger man. Whoop.
I could really go for some salt tuna.
I'm trying to imagine what salt tuna is. I'm assuming it's salty tuna. Or it could be saltine crackers that taste like tuna, in which case it's like chicken and a biscuit. But fish? Are these other graves? Let's see, do I have a map I can look at? Yeah, but it's very limited. Whoa, so very sensitive. I'm guessing because of how sensitive it is, the map's usually not this small. These are some expensive looking graves. Taste the freedom! Now with added artificial ingredients at no extra cost. Salt tuna. They're really selling that specific thing. I wonder if that's the only thing these people eat. Oh. Am I just in someone's house? Oh, I don't want to steal anything. Can I just sleep? I can. It's an incredibly pretty game. I know I've said that like a bunch of times, but it's true. Emerald Vale. Picking up items that belong to other people is a crime and affects reputations, so be careful what you grab in town. I don't think I'm going to steal too much with this character. Maybe I'll play an evil character sometime, but I like being good most of the time. Tends to be rewarding to do so. Especially if I'm going to be having a bunch of companions. Day-old Saltuna. Oh, everything's closed. I'm guessing because it is nighttime.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler. They start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set them straight.
Sick house. Right, they got plagues. Don't cough on
I
me.
appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Maybe it's from all that day-old saltuna that people are eating. And I don't mind. Or, no, why? What's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you. People will talk. Company always tells us weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, Maybe I should have worked harder.
Yikes.
Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you feel sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
I'll leave you be. My character's going to end up getting in trouble with all his ignorance.
Boss won't let us have any Adrena time.
What is that? Should probably put my weapon away and not shoot people. Oh no. Is this person dead? They're just shoving bodies in here? I heard somebody...
Take him down! And stay down, miscreants! Waste of company ammo!
What? Sprat. Sure, I'll take the hide of a sprat and do whatever you do with that.
Carry on.
Nice hair. More dead people? Alright then. So, how many of these buildings can I actually go into? Looks like only a few of them. A barbershop probably changes my hair. I can only assume. Oh, is he like a... Is he like the old-timey barbershop where they also did bloodletting? Conrad.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Oh, I like him
Physical
already.
hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Oh, I hate you. Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
People here not have ships? Your vicar?
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Guess I can look around your place. What's this? Is this something? Letter from Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Jeez. Selling some... This is, like... It's a very pretty dystopia. Oh, it looks like you can use those teeth as collateral.
What can I do for you?
You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
So what do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Why don't you treat what you were describing? Sounds a lot like a flu.
Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Oh. Why don't you treat all your workers with that horrible mix?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Oh, I hate when he does that face. It's very weird. Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
That's all for now. Actually, I have to give you your
What can I
idea.
do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
You left your notes open. I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene.
Lovely.
He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're going to have to, in this horrible world.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Well, that's a way to pay your grave site dues. I mean, I guess graves are kind of expensive even in the real world. I don't know how expensive.
Yep, 2 whole cans of saltuna.
I don't know how expensive they actually are, but I've heard they're not super cheap. Hopefully that's not something I have to worry about for a while. Oh, not my gun. Not my gun. I don't need that here. General store. Hello. A lot of people have the same hair here.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Ooh, I can get rid of all my crap. Because I've got a lot of crap. I think I need my ammo. Sell all my food, though. Oh, there's armor. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. I'll come back for it. And I'm sure I'll find more. Armor parts. He can fix my stuff. Or I can go ahead and buy things from him. Where's the thing I bought? Where's the thing I sold him? Heavy armor. Weapon parts. Energy cells. Heavy ammo. There we are. How much of that can I... Oh, I don't have enough money. Gonna have to just live with it. That's fine. But one thing I can do is probably put on my armor that I got. Is this better? Stealth skills, one-handed melee. Well, stealth is probably something... It doesn't look too bad. Looks better than this weird suit. Yeah, doesn't look terrible. I can sneak now. That looks like a church.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
Okay, there's a lot of places for me to think about going to. The church is probably a good spot to go.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Oh, right. He's, Church of Scientism? Vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Everyone in this town likes to smirk. I am looking for a power... Actually, how did you know I was an outsider?
I've never seen you before. And there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal.
You seem quite dismissive of the common man for a spiritual leader.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
I'm looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
And why is that?
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, cool. Getting side quests. I tend to pick up as many of those as I can find.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Does it? He's very bleak. Unless you're referring to someone else.
Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Verity. Is that a black skull? I'm very curious about this book. Companion quest. Oh. Does that mean this vicar's going to become a companion of mine? I kind of want to do the grave stuff first. Let's do these, knock these side quests out.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Oh no, I don't even know who that is. Ludwig. Okay, well he's outside of town, so I can always come back to that. I want to know what Saltuna is.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
I'm going to be fighting these guys at some point, aren't I? They remind me of the, some of the bad guys in Borderlands. The corporate style enemies. Oh no, everything's closing down. Oh no, I'm okay. Like the day went by really fast.
Move along.
Move along. Move along. I discovered a vending machine? Where? This? Bits. Bits bots? I know bits are the type of, or the currency. Whatever bits are.
Just gotta keep our heads up.
Spacer's Choice, handguns, body counts at a discount. Oh, sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. Logs. Notice, the Edgewater salt tuna canning facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with the Spacer's Choice foreman and/or supervisor. Be considerate toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Oh. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with your local vicar. Ah, so illness in this place is viewed as a sign that you are immoral? Which is how things were viewed a long time ago. Where's this taking me?
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson, I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Yikes.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
Oh, I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Ah, moral dilemma. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason. I'll actually ask this first. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss.
Oh, a companion.
I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great. I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that.
I like her. She's peppy.
And thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. C&P New Manager Seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. A Companion Ledger. I assume that would be this. T&L makes the best gear for your friends and family. Alright. So she's got... I don't think this is better in any way. Okay. Oh, I can give her a perk. No, I don't have the ability to give her a perk yet. I assume she probably has to level up a bit. Mode, aggressive. Defensive, passive. Only attacks aggressive. The combat companion always engages in attacks. The player enters combat. Once told to attack a target, the companion continues to fight until combat is over. I'll do aggressive. Distance, stay at a moderate distance, weapon. I'll let her basically do whatever she wants. I think that's easiest for me to understand here. And we'll get rid of all these stars, because I don't like leaving these stars here. Okay. Can I talk to you still? Do you have any... Can I ask you questions?
Got my sights on you.
Okay.
If you could see your way to get...
I wanted to ask you about something.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
What makes you think I can convince these deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have a personal history?
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew...
Flavor specialist.
Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday.
Ew.
Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Spearmint tuna? Yeah, I'm going to leave on that one. No, I do have other questions.
Something on your mind? Go ahead.
Can I almost want to try spearmint tuna just because it sounds so horrible that I have to try it. If you expect me to talk to this Adelaide person, I could use a little information.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
What? Sounds disgusting.
Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
You should really try eating a vegetable. No, what world is that?
You mean you don't know? Why, Monarch, of course. Spacer's Choice ran a mighty fishing enterprise on that world. As it so turns out, Saltuna do not take as readily to the waters of Terra 2. Scrawnier than their Monarch cousins. Forces us to pack our cans with additives, you see.
So what are you canning?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
We need to have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You withhold medicine from your own workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
That can't be easy for you.
It is not easy for me. And the moment it becomes easy is the moment I am no longer fit to serve. Spacer's choice is a family, and the survival of the family is more important than the survival of the individual.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of contagion.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude, and it is one we will see through to the end.
I think that they're having adverse reactions to the fake tuna, possibly. Hi, can I talk to you?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Entirely fair. Did you? Okay, you came in.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Oh, I thought we had.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view.
No, I'm super weak. I need
His
companions.
job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it? Actually, yeah, this is fine.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Hey, I talked to him earlier. I met the vicar. He asked me to find a book for him.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
It's not bad. It's not a bad way to think. Can I talk to you about anything else?
Yeah, huh?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
We'll talk later. Huh. So she sold her daughter to the company. I mean, given what I know about this world, it is no longer surprising. Are they using sprat meat? I mean, I don't know what sprat tastes like, but it doesn't look like it tastes very good. I'm willing to bet that this is probably inedible.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at
Oh,
time of
God.
death. I'm the one who found him. You see,
Jeez.
so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they gonna do, arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
So suicide is an irreparable crime. Yikes. There's a part of me that could see the world going this way. A very bleak side of me. Alright, so what exactly are these different controls I can have her do?
Sure, on my way.
That's a go. What is this? Okay, I don't know what those other controls are. That's fine. Oh, is she about to... Does she have a level up? Okay. Companion stuff. She doesn't have a level up. But I thought it looked like she did.
Heading back.
Oh, I see. That just means that she's stuck in a spot. So I can either have her go to a specific place or follow me. Okay, the cannery I've already been to. Esther Blaine.
I've got some time.
You've got a name, so you've got to be important. What do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
I'm sure she won't ever be important. Guillaume Antrim. Wanted. Guillaume Gil Antrim, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, a writ of execution, effective immediately for Guillaume, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Antrim. Former Spacer's Choice associate mechanic, terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds of unauthorized use of adrenatime. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes for details. Bertie Cotton. Bertie Cotton, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement and Execution. Former vicar stationed in Edgewater Vicarage. No longer in good standing with Halcyon Branch Order of Scientific Inquiry. At large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction, murder, sedition, unauthorized use. Generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to see Constable Reyes. And Doc Maybell. Former Spacer's Choice physician, disappeared from Edgewater on two parcels of adrenatime, at large and dangerous.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Nothing I can do about that.
Your hair is green. The Constable. This is where I get those.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Can I talk to you about anything? Oh no, I know where we're going. Hi.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
What? If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Got some questions for you, if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and shot me into space. Then I landed here.
Mm-hmm. Shot you into space. You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine.
Good thing I don't belong to the Spacer's Choice family.
It is for Spacer's Choice. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
I assume you were my nearest board authority.
I represent Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which is itself a member of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Also, I specialize in processing fingerprints, so unless you're carrying Wells's finger on you, there's not a lot I can do for you.
Alright, so who do I have to talk to?
Any information regarding outstanding bounties and wanted criminals should be directed to Mr. Udom Bedford. Mr. Bedford's office is located on the Groundbreaker.
Groundbreaker? What's that?
Halcyon's original colony ship, now repurposed into a space station. Mr. Udom Bedford represents the board's interest on the Groundbreaker. Something else I can do for you? As long as your question...
So, who do you work for? Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
So you're basically a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it.
There was one other thing.
Something to report?
Nope, actually I didn't have another. Maybe I do. Nope, that's it. Huh. I am finding this world here very interesting. Bounty records. Open bounties. Okay, well, I already looked at these. No, wait. No, I didn't. This looked different from what I was looking at. Gil. Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination, and Restitution. Some of you may remember Gil from his days in the cannery. Please be advised that Spacer's Choice no longer recognizes Mr. Antrim as a member of its valued family. Spacer's Choice advises its workers in good standing to remain in good standing by disabusing themselves of any sympathy, allegiance, or memory toward Mr. Antrim. Darkman Bell is wanted for 3 counts of larceny, 2 for each parcel of stolen Adrena chime, and 1 for depriving the outpost of its official physician. Okay, so we got people that stole shit.
Wish we had some better rations.
We should keep our voices down.
Cantina. I don't remember if I've been in the cantina. I don't think I have.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Where'd you go? Hi.
Yeah, huh?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm going to guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on.
Relatable. Hey, if you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
Amelia Kim. Oh, not what I meant to do. So sorry, Amelia.
I don't know you.
I'm Rory.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Oh, a charmer. And what a fine establishment it is.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Yeah, Reed mentioned those deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
So, what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not trying to judge you, I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy.
I feel so bad for all these people.
Glad I disabused myself.
They live in such a bleak situation. So you had a dream of being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful.
Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours.
Woke up in a pod.
So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I am the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I wish it was a joke. Honestly, I don't even know where I am.
Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
I feel like I'm going to end up starting a revolution with these deserters. It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
I should go. I hope she gets out. Winslow, talk to me.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again?
Oh no. Edgewater.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive.
I think you've had a little too much to drink.
Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet?
You were injured?
Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
I'll leave you be. Oh. Well, the sooner I get out of this town, the better. I guess I can kind of see how people compared this to Firefly. Although I also... I don't know. Maybe I have not seen enough of the world yet. I am enjoying it. It definitely feels like I'm still very early. I mean, I've only been playing for, what, about 2 hours? I'm only level 2. Plus, I've not even seen all of this town yet. I've still got, someone here to talk to, I think, to collect dues from. Make sure I'm still in the right quest. The graves, yes, we'll do the graves.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Just talking to yourself over here? You okay, buddy?
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Oh, no. Hey, take it easy. I'm not a marauder.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I want to know about this plague. I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Oh, am I stealing? Not so fast. I got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Yeah.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Not your spleen. Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be. Huh.
You're making
So,
a mistake working for Abernathy.
who are you? Oh, it's this lady again. I knew she was going to pop up.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Which is? Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
I think I am going to call it here tonight because I'm starting to get tired. Though I am very much intrigued about this game. It's a very bright game with
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
a lot of dark undertones in terms of its capitalist nightmare. What is idle camera? Is this like a what is idle camera? Just like a screensaver, possibly? Okay, anyway. Yes, I'm going to go save my game. The capitalist nightmare of it all is very intriguing. Oh, I've got about 1 million things up here. Alright, so I will see you all whenever I do this again. But for now, have a good night.